How to create a coloring book to sell on Amazon KDP using Canva. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to design the exterior as well as the interior of your Amazon KDP book. So let's get started. So we're building a coloring book, and for this we have two major steps. First off, you have to generate a cover and then you have to build the internal coloring pages. To get started with this, you can go into the KDP cover calculator. Once you go into your KDP cover calculator, you're going to select your binding type, interior type, as well as your paper type. Then you have your reading direction and then measurement units, and then you're going to enter the number of pages as well as your trim size. Now I want to create 6 by 9 inches as my trim size, and then after that I will enter my page count. Your page count is going to determine the number of coloring pages you have to create. For example, I want to create 50 coloring pages and I want to create one page that is going to be the page where the person can write down their name. So in total, I have 51 pages. I will click on Calculate Dimensions and you will get your dimensions. Now, on the bottom, you want to click on Download Template as well. And now you're just going to copy this measurement, which is the full cover width and height. You're going to go into Canva, click on More, and then click on Custom Size. Change the units from pixels to inches. Once you do that, paste in the width as well as the height that you copied. So I think the height is 9.25. Yes, so that is the full cover. You want to click on Create New Design, and this will give you the dimensions that are required for your book cover. Once you do that, you're going to open up the zip file that was created that you downloaded, and then upload the image onto Canva. You can do a simple drag and drop for an easier upload. I'm just going to open this up and then drag and drop the PNG over here. And once I do that, this will show up in my uploads. Now, once I have done this, I will just place this image here, and then I'm going to resize it. Once I've resized it, all I have to do is start creating my book cover. So on this section, you're supposed to design the front of your book and then over here, the back. Now for any coloring book, you're going to have a particular theme. So I like to set the transparency of this to 40. And then once I set the transparency to 40, I just like to lock it. This allows me to design over this and make sure that I have a really nice design. So now all you have to do is go into Elements on the left and you can search for the type of design you want to create. So for example, I want to create a coloring book that is related to food. So I am going to actually search for kitchen, and then I'm going to go into Elements. Then I'm going to go into Graphics, and I want to use like a cool logo or a cool pattern. So I'm going to use this as like the major part. And then after that, I am going to place the title of the coloring book around right over here. So this would be a nice place to put the title. And I'm just going to resize this a bit like so. And this should be a bit more centered like this. And then after that, I'm going to go into Elements, and then I'm going to go into Shapes. I will pick out a simple line and then place it at the spine of the coloring book. Then I'm going to edit the weight and then make it thicker so that it covers the entire spine. Once I've done that, I have a basic guide and I can click on the background image, unlock it, and then once I do that, I'm going to click on this, unlock, and then I'm just going to delete it because I have a basic placement. Then I'm going to click on the canvas and then provide it with some color. And then I am going to go into Elements and then search for food and then go into graphics. And I might want to use some of these cute illustrations. And I'm going to write food like this. And I think I'm going to remove that. Food coloring book. And then I'm going to go into text and then I'm going to add a heading, coloring book. Now, once I've done that, I'm just going to resize this. And then once I do that, I can click on effects and then add a effect to that particular text. So I have this text over here, and then I'm going to change the font as well, like this. And once I've done that, I can proceed by clicking on Share and then click on download. And then you can download this as a PDF print. So you want to go for PDF print because your books are going to be published. Now that you have generated or you have created the cover, it's time to go back into your Canva dashboard and time to design your internal pages. For your internal pages, just click on custom size. Whatever is your basic page area. So we opted for a 6 by 9 inch page or trim. Whatever is your original interior trim, just go ahead and type that in. So this is going to be 6 by 9 inches, and then click on create new design. Now, there are two ways that you can proceed with building the internal pages. You can go into elements and you can search for coloring book and then go into graphics, and you will see certain graphics that are meant to be for coloring books. So coloring book food, and then you will see certain graphics. Now, the way that you can legally use these graphics without getting into, any copyright claims is that you have to make sure that you're not just using one illustration and you are actually combining multiple elements together and building something new. So if I add a donut and then I go into the text, I can click on add a heading. I'm going to write donut, and I'm going to go into the font and I'm going to give it a different font like this. I want to give something that's nice and chunky like this one. I think this one over here. No, I want something that I can actually hollow out and it still looks good. Yeah. And then I'm going to go into effects and then click on hollow. Once I do that, I'm going to scroll down and change the shape to curve. And then I'm going to make the curve in the opposite direction like this. I'm going to place this over here and then place the image right at the center like so. And then I want to add some lines that are moving outwards from the donut, or a rainbow, you could say. So I'm just going to search in elements. I'm going to go into shapes, and then I can go into line. I can add a line to the corner of the page and then add it to the edge of the donut, and then Command C and Command V this, and then do this in the opposite direction as well at around a similar point like this, and then I can add more lines as well. Now from here, this is one way to find different elements. For our next page, we're going to use a different strategy. For that, you want to go into ChatGPT, and then you're going to click on Explore GPTs on the left. Once you do that, search for coloring, and you will see coloring book heroes, and there are a lot of different GPTs meant for coloring books. So you're going to use any one of these GPTs, click on Start Chat, and then message the GPT. So I want to create an image of a slice of cake that is smiling. And then I am going to images directly. Oh no, not like this. I wanted to generate my images. So I'm going to go into coloring book and then help create coloring pages like this. It has new coloring page. Yeah. So I'm just going to, animals, flowers, or a slice of cake like this. And then I'm going to wait for this to be generated. And now it is generating my image. And you can provide a more detailed prompt for more detailed images, but just wait for the image generator to generate your image. And you guys can see this is a really creative image, and I can copy image and then paste that into Canva. And just like that, you're going to have several different illustrations that can help you in building your coloring book. And once you have completed all of your pages, you're going to go into Amazon KDP and you're going to click on Create to create your new KDP book. So from here, you're going to click on Create Paperback, which is the type of book that we chose to create, and then enter all of your book details. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.